Hi there. In my last video, I talked to you about how you can find your purpose, how to find your purpose. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can actually break that down and go about making your life more purposeful. Live your life more purposefully. And in that process, how are you changing yourself? What steps are you taking to fulfill the purpose that you have found for yourself? Now, before we start anything else, I will tell you this. And my purpose has changed and evolved because we all evolve over time. And we evolve to become better versions of ourselves. And we feel called to do whatever we are called to do. We are feeling called to live up to that purpose. Okay. And that's something higher than us. So, what were the steps that I took to fulfill my purpose and becoming a better mother? Now, it's all about being so that you can become. We want to focus on be so that we can do and have better. So, the steps that I took, I talked to a friend because I was feeling really down in life and wasn't really fulfilled. I was in a bad marriage and I did not really have suicidal thoughts, but I wanted to not wake up the next day. And that thing carried on and on and on. So my friend heard that and she was a big reader. She recommended books to me. And the first book she recommended was Veronica Decides to Die by Paulo Coelho. Now, I come from a non-reader background. When I used to go to the library, I would return books back unread. Okay. So, but because I was recommended a book and it was such a powerful book, Paulo Coelho is such a powerful writer. He writes stories, beautiful stories, magical realism is his thing. And through reading his books, what I found out was how I could learn to believe in myself. Through his stories, I started to notice myself. So I started reading books and I grabbed every single Paulo Coelho book that I could. I read all his books and they are beautiful, amazing, brilliant. I recommend it highly. And then I moved on to learning to meditate. I already am trained as a Hatha yoga instructor and I learned to meditate with the uh, meditating guru at that particular ashram. But I also continued doing the meditations through guided meditations, through learning to practice it on my own. And I read lots and lots of Deepak Chopra's books on meditation, Osho's books, and those talked about meditation as well. So I was practicing meditation, and I will talk about the books and recommend books to you in another video of mine. So make sure you follow and subscribe this channel. I will. So there's books, and then I learned meditation. What that started to do was I was becoming more aware of the language that I was using toward my son. So instead of shouting or getting angry or upset with him, I stopped, paused, and instead I used the words that were slightly better and kinder, those that would kind of generate a better response in him instead of being fearful around me. Okay, so that's something I mentioned. I did not want to recreate another me, so I had to change the language. I was becoming more aware of the language that I was using. So yes, learned a lot about myself through reading books. I meditated and then becoming calmer as a person myself. I started to practice that and share that kindness with my son. And then I noticed how it was impacting him and how much more. Um, receptive he was becoming toward me. Instead of running away, he was running toward me, which was what I wanted. I wanted a beautiful, special bond with my son. And that's the kind of relationship I think all parents would love to have with their own child. So, how I went about doing that was becoming more and more aware, continuously practicing meditation because it was really helping me stay connected to my spirit and learning a lot more about myself. Through those meditation, I was processing deeper emotions and past memories so that I could be better as a person, as a mother. And so the abusive language, the critical language was replaced with, oh, you're doing such a great job. I see you're a genius. I remember sharing this with my son when he was doing something really, really amazing at a very young age. And instead of criticizing something, I chose to empower him. So the empowerment was coming from within and then pouring toward him, into him. Okay, so I was practicing all of those things. So these are the steps I actually took and changed myself so that I could fulfill that purpose of becoming a better mother. So that's the identity that I talk about. So you can think of what identity it is that you are feeling called to make a change. Now this is not something that you're going to achieve overnight. It's not a goal. More than it is a life purpose goal. Once you reach that goal, okay, you're on to the next thing, on to the next thing. Life purpose is you are going to actually change who you are at the core level. And that's the hard part. And we all need to do the work we need to do. But the thing here is, as I'm reminding you again, is that you will feel called. It's like you come to a crossroads, and here you are. You have to go. You have to go the right way because you know what the path that was the wrong path, where that led you to. So there's like, okay, one path, that's a wrong path. You're not going to take that. What's the next one? You don't know that journey. You don't know how that is going to go through, but you remembering your why you wanted to change something is going to keep you motivated and stay on the path of fulfilling that purpose. Okay, so remember your why. Be very clear on your why. Just to share another example with you now, I had been a caffeine drinker for over 3 decades. And recently I gave up on caffeine. I stopped drinking chai. It's been tough, but and it's not the first time I have given up chai. I love chai, but I have given it up because I want to not be controlled by the caffeine. Right now, I can still notice the caffeine is controlling me, and that's not what I want. So, I want someone to be in full control of who I am, be fully responsible of my behavior and how I conduct myself. So it's like taking 100% responsibility and in every single situation, in every single area of your life. So when you have this um, life purpose, if you will find that direction. You will find that even though there are challenges, you will overcome those challenges if you keep remembering why you began in the first place, and then you will change and evolve to a better version of yourself. I hope I made things clearer in this video. Stay tuned because next week I'm going to be talking about relationships, and especially if you are a single woman, please subscribe to this channel and listen to my next few videos. That's going to be very, very useful for you. I have some free resources available that I'm going to be sharing with you. Stay tuned and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.